Hi fam, welcome back to Part of the Internet. I am Keeyaria, and today we are going to talk about a topic that I've been thinking about for a long time, and of course, it's about the Bible. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. So, I have been thinking about how I felt about the Bible or Christianity as a whole whenever I was younger. So, if you don't know, I grew up in church. I went to the Sunday morning service, the afternoon service, went to the the Wednesday nights, all the events I went to. And honestly, it was boring to me. My church was definitely different than how churches are now. It was, Sunday school or children's church was just a room with white walls. There was nothing painting on it. It was just, it got the job done, but it wasn't fun and intriguing to me. And so originally I thought that it was just boring. Like, why do I need to be here? As I got older and I started learning for myself, I realized, wow, there's something really powerful in this. But if I was going based off my own personal story, I thought that it was boring. And it's kind of sad because it's really not. Like, it's really, really, really not. Once I started getting into it for myself, I found out there's so many things that it's just so intriguing about the Bible. I heard all the time that, what everything you need is in the Bible, which I believe is true. You want romance, it's in there. You want murder, it's in there. You want incest, it's in there. You want, whatever you want. Like, you can probably list it off, and I'm pretty sure you'll find the answer to it in the Bible. This idea has really just been in my head for such a long time because I wonder if anyone else thinks the same way as me. Like, if you grew up in church, did you think that it was boring too? And was it because of how your church was set up, or was it because you didn't understand what the preacher was saying? I know that was a big thing for me as well. My pastor would always talk about the Hebrew and Greek, and while being older, I think that's very interesting. When I was younger, I didn't know they were talking about. So they're basically just speaking to me in a foreign language. I'm just looking at them like, great. So I want to hear back from you guys. What do you think about it when it comes to, like, when you were younger growing up in the church? If you grew up in church as well. But I also really just want to hone in on the point that Christianity is not boring. The Bible is not boring, and although it took me a couple of years to actually realize that, I just want to verbally say that to you, just in case you just so happen to click on this and you don't read or you don't understand anything about the Christian faith. I have a bunch of videos that you can go and peruse, and hopefully you'll find your answer. But it's not boring. It's not boring at all. And it's like almost getting out of that mentality of it's your grandma's faith or it's your mom's faith. I've heard that a lot too, that we're only going to church because our mom took us or our grandma took us or our dad took us. We're only reading because, oh my goodness, my grandma would make us say a Bible verse before we ate. And so literally being younger, I would get the Bible and memorize a verse just so I can eat. So I wasn't doing it for myself, I was doing it for someone else. And so we had to get out of that mentality of it's my mom's faith, it's my dad's faith, it's my grandma's faith. It's ours. It's ours. Don't get saved by our parents' faith or our grandparents' faith or whoever that you looked up to and whoever you went to church with. We don't get saved by them. We get saved by us personally making the choice, saying, Lord, I need help. I need you. Repenting of your sins, you repenting of your sins, you making the decision to get baptized is all your decision. It's not theirs. And so, although it takes a long time to learn these things for yourself, especially, like I said, if you go with someone when you were younger, it's something that's so important and something that's really going to just really catapult your relationship with God. It's totally different whenever you have a relationship for yourself with Him versus a relationship with Him through someone else, if that makes sense. So this is a very short and sweet video. It's a topic that's just been in my head, and I feel like it's just something that's really interesting to talk about with other fellow Christians. As always, please let me know down below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. And I hope you guys are having a great morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.